Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Timberborn. This is going to be a fun one. I'm pretty sure of it. Let's have a look-see here. So we've got quite a few things that we need to get going. So number one is a new housing district over here somewhere. Just a few little extra houses. Not really a new housing district considering it's part of this area over here. But let's get going. So we're going to have some double lodges over here. And then we're going to place that right about over there. Just a few of them like so. I think maybe this one should be turned around. Let's just do that. Flip you around. And then I would like to have a few of the normal looking ones just down here. Seems like a good area to start this. Yeah, just like that. And then as per the usual, well, obviously we need to just get ourselves up there first. But as per usual, we need to ensure that they have enough spaces for well-being, etc, etc. So let's just get that in there like so. That looks good. And then let's see, so well-being, as always, we need to have ourselves I guess you could put a rooftop terrace over here now, considering it just needs to be off the ground on top of a structure. And while the platforms are structures, so that is a little bit of a cheat over there. And then let's see, a campfire. We can't get one in there, but I mean that is perfectly fine to have it right there. That's good. Just get that one locked in there. And then we would also like to have, let's have a look see here, so a contemplation spot as always. Medical bed. Let's do 2 of those. A teeth grinding stone, like so. I think that is good enough for now. Maybe a bit of decorations. So what I would like to get in there is a beaver statue. Place the beaver statue over there. Then we can have like little hedges around it, like so. And then one of those right there. We need a few scarecrows. Oh, the drought ended. That's nice. Let's just get those back on. Let them get working. So as you can see, we've got, at least we have a good 15 of them, which is beautiful. That's exactly what we need. Let me just get these set up. Now I'd also like to go back up there, somewhere over there, and then we gotta go get the generators going. What is it? The engines. Power. There it is, the geothermal engines. We would like to build a few of them on top of that. So we're going to have those, and these are all going to get connected with this over here. Now, naturally, this means we want to do this whole situation on this side. So that is going to require some little things that we need to get going. So we are going to have this closed up as well. I'm not really going to do a lot of effort with this. Let me just have a look, see where we can go with it. I think we can do it about something like this. So it's going to basically still flow this way, but we're going to get away from our clean water seep. So let me just quickly finish up this. So we're going to add that up to there. I think that is perfectly fine as it is. Now, the nice thing about this is there's no requirements for anything else just to get up there. So we just pull down the path. No problemos. Let me just get up there. Here we go. So that is what we're going to get going over there. I would like to get this one set up as well so we can connect these two. So we're going to have a little something. I think maybe the best idea is to come this way, then cross over and then just have that connected over there. Maybe we could actually run the power on top of this. Maybe. So that would be something like so. Yeah, I think that should do the trick. Is this going to require, yes, it's going to just need a little nudge upwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. And then we got that little bugger down there that we need to get chopped down as well. But we're basically going to do it like so. Let's see if I can have a look, see how long is this still going to take. Well, I mean, this is pretty much done. We're nearly there, which is wonderful. All right, so we're going to link it up like this. I mean, it's ugly, but I mean, it'll work. It will do exactly what we need it to. So I think maybe if we can just let them know to get going on this as soon as possible. Just this area over here. Let me see. I would like to know how the water situation is going. I mean, we have one here that needs to get built. So I would like to actually get that done. Shouldn't take too long. And then let's just get that back down again. That is good. Now, as you can see, we are on a lovely 26 well-being, which is great. Let's see, we just need to get a carousel, a mud pit, and books. Okay, so the books we can do in the very near future. I think we will have a few of these over here, maybe. We got the paper here. How is the paper looking? Don't think we require this anymore. Yep, no, we don't need that. So I got books set up over here. So we have the printing press. Okay, so that's the one we need. That's been paused. We'll unpause that so they can actually start producing books. I think we have more than enough paper though. Yeah, we got 400 paper, which is wonderful. Now let's just see if I can quickly get this going as well. Going to just do it like so. We'll make this a high priority so they can quickly get that done. And then they continue on with the rest that is still to do over here, which is quite a bit, but not really too much, to be quite honest. This is doing good, actually. This was actually unnecessary, to be quite honest. If you have a look, see, we are blocking this, so there's no need for that. Now, with all this done over here, we can actually move on to, let's see how they're doing over here. They're doing quite good. They're still busy building that. They are done with this completely now, so that is beautiful. That is going to allow us to divert the bad tide waters all the way that way, and then it can just join up on this side. All right, so I'm quite happy about that. This means naturally we can actually start getting into this. So let me just have a look here. We need to get this closed up as well. It's essentially just going to be a little something like so. That is good enough, which naturally means we need to get down there. Again, we will use our trusty little ladder system. So let's just get that over here. And then I'm thinking maybe we can do just one of these. Let me see. A little bit smaller. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. We'll just use that one. So that should allow them to build. I think they're only going to be able to build up to here. But that's not such a bad problem. Oh, wait, no. Let's just lift this. We can lift this up one. If I can just get this to work with me. There we go. Let's just get rid of those. We are going to lift it up a little bit. So if I do that, have the, yeah, the 4 is good. And then like so. There you go. That should do the trick. They can build 2 levels up and then down as well. So I mean, that is perfect. And they will be able to reach that. So they need to close that up. That means we can actually just get this cleared up, which I am super happy about. Now, as you can see, we've made really good progress with this over here as well. As you can see, basically that's the only little power lines that we still need to get going on this part. And then it's essentially just getting it up here. But they can get it from down there. Oh, interesting, interesting. So suppose I can get up to there and then build down. Okay, that makes sense. Nice. Alright, so they're making really good progress. We need to seal this bad tide thing as well. So obviously we are going to do the same old. So we're going to have a throttling valve. Like so. Once again, it's not necessary to build the levees next to them. I just like having it a bit more rounded, you know, so just feel like it's actually completed. So this one needs to be automated to the water pumps once again, and they all will be automated the same way. Now, I know there's a lot of automation functions in the game now, but I don't know. I'm still playing around with it, but I kind of like just using the older way of doing things. Have the basic ones like the lever, etc, etc. Not going to use all these complicated ones. Alright, so they're basically done back down here as well. So let's see what we can do over here. I would like to frame that out. So let's see if I can maybe get this a little bit closer. Like something like that. Oh no, they can get there. Okay, cool. Let's just go chop that tree over there. Where is it? Got trees. Just need to get rid of that one tree over there. Lovely. Now, once again, like I said, I would like to frame this. So we're going to just make it in that line over there. So let's see how many is that. So that's 2. I need 3 to get it down to this height. We gonna need them 3s like so, and then we'll do the rest of them with the double. Let's see, something like so. Yeah, that's good. And then we can just do the same over here with the single dynamite. So basically what we're going to do is we are going to make a whole field of wind turbines. Let's just see, we're going to do the big ones. So the large wind turbines are going to be used over here. We're going to sit all the way around there and then connect up with the rest of the power as well. Like we always do, we're just going to connect everything up to one single grid. At the moment we have a supply of 1297. So that's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. I think maybe we need one more of these printing press, but we'll get there. Naturally, we need to get down there to get this done. So essentially we are going to have our ladder down over there, and then we'll just add some more ladders. 2 of them should do the trick. Is that the correct orientation? Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. So just go down, get that done, and like so. That's good enough. And then they can build that. That is going to be lovely. I still need to get over here. How are we going to do that? Maybe just right here. So let's see if I can just add a few 2 little ladders over there as well. Get this linked up like so. Have that there, and then we're just going to clean it up. I'm not going to chop down those for wood. So we're just going to mark these resources for removal. Get rid of it. Like so. Good stuff. And I'm not sure. I think this is a bit fast. So let's just get that set up as well. Like that. And yeah, it should be good. Now with one of them done, obviously we need to be able to get to the other side as well. So we'll have to bring it through to here. Yeah, that should do the trick. And then just drop that down, go around, get that one built. Oh yeah, a new well-being score of 30. That is wonderful. We have made it. Nice. So I'm not exactly sure how long they live with that amount. That is pretty cool though. Oh geez, like they're really making some progress here. Well, it looks good. Right, so that obviously means we need to just quickly set this up as well. So we're going to do that one and then just flip it around like so. That is good. Now, obviously, they're not going to be able to build this just yet. So what I'm going to do is... That is elevated, so they'll have to find a way to walk on top of that again. Oh dear goodness. Okay. I guess we'll just do the same old, same old. We can do it in there. Not just yet. Let's see. So something like that should do the trick. I think, and then we'll just do a single one over here. Can they get in there? No, they cannot. So we'll have to just get them a little stepping thingy like so. And yeah, that should do the trick. And then obviously we just need to link that up somehow. Yes. Perfect. I don't know if it is good news, but we have a bad side on the way. About to see if this is working. I'm pretty sure it would work. Doesn't make sense that it wouldn't. And then over here we have this set up like so for now. Just a little bit of a thing to get that going. Now, we're still lacking a little bit over here to get these built. Pretty sure they'll get to those 3 little things over there really quickly. So I'm not too concerned, but I think they're not going to do that because they don't have any gears. That's a gear workshop right there. Need another one. Ooh, we're running out of logs. That's a problem. Alright, so there are the gears. Because they're still constantly making planks. Now, if you don't mind, stop making planks for a little while. I would be absolutely grateful. So we've managed to get them up to 31 well-being, which is absolutely wonderful. Alright, so now we have enough science points to get going with our next monument, which is the Fountain of Joy. Now, this Fountain of Joy is going to take forever to make, but it's fine. Where do we want to place it? Not too mad about that spot right there. Although, we're going to be underneath that. That's weird. Can we make it on this side? Oh yeah, we can put it there. That's beautiful. Yeah, well, let's do that. And they can get down to it. So that is perfect. I'm going to get that going over there. Quite happy with that. Alright, so we are pretty much done with all of this. As you can see, it's looking really great. That is all connected up over here. Now we're just waiting on these last few over here. It's not a lot that we require for it, so that's perfectly fine. It's just 3 of them. And as soon as that's done, we basically have everything connected up from over here all the way around to over here. So that is pretty much the first big project done, which I'm quite excited about, I must admit. Now, I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. We are pretty much almost at the end of this episode. Just got a few little things more to do. See, they're making quite a good bit of progress over here. So we're going to detonate this one. Can we actually detonate it? Ooh, bad side started. Let's have a look-see here. Now, once again, I do believe this is going to work. Yay, wonderful. Cool. Okay, so we got the water coming through over here. No water leaking. That is absolutely wonderful. I love it. And then, okay, obviously this is still flooding. Makes sense. We're not done with that little wall barrier over there yet. So that is perfectly fine, not a problem. Still got to do this part though. Yeah, still got to do that part, but that's fine. Just a few more to go and then we are pretty much done. But on that note, thank you so much for tuning in, and if you enjoyed these videos, feel free to leave a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe to the Crunchy Captain to become part of the Crunchy community. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, you absolute legends. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.